Hello guys, welcome back to Sophia Alive. So the hashtag bye Passaris is currently trending #1 on X, formerly Twitter. And in case you're wondering what is happening, so Kenyans are so determined and they are saying that after the SABA protest, that is tomorrow, we are shifting our focus to one person, Nairobi woman representative Esther Passaris. They are saying that Esther Passaris is the one who is being used by the state to try and silence people, to try and ensure that we have some bills that is going to bar people from protesting and from having protest demos and gatherings. So they are saying that Esther Passaris is going to act as an example to any member of a parliament who is thinking of coming up with any draconian bills in parliament. So they are saying that Esther Passaris, you must go and you are going to act an example to the rest of the members of parliament who want to run away from accountability. So this is what lawyer Willis Evans Otieno is saying. Starting Tuesday, we are dedicating one full week to dismantling Esther Passaris, piece by piece, lie by lie. This is no longer about her alone. This is about setting a precedent. If you betray the Constitution, weaponize legislation to shrink civic space, and attempt to criminalize protest, we will make a national example out of you. She has chosen to be the poster child of elite betrayal, so let her be the case study of public consequence. We shall expose her record, her contradictions, her silence in the face of violence, and her complicity in state excess. This will be a political dissection, not a shouting match. And when it is done, others will think twice before addressing oppression in pastel language and hashtags. So this is Willis Otieno's message to the people of Kenya and to Esther Passaris. The message is clear that Esther, they are coming for you. So all this has been brought about by the Public Order Amendment Bill that was tabled in Parliament by one Esther Passaris. And remember, this bill is proposing that any gatherings, and in this case is addressing protest demonstrations and any other public gatherings, that should be done 100 meters away from the protected areas. And here we are talking about the State House, the National Assembly building, and the courts. So this bill is suggesting that anybody who contravene this law should be penalized 100,000 Kenyan shillings, or should be jailed 3 months, or both. So the bill, as you can tell, it is here to silence the people, because they have seen that people are not backing down, despite them using police officers, despite them selling fears to Kenyans. They have realized that all these things that they are doing, Kenyans are not backing down. Kenyans are not relenting in going back to the seat and demanding what is good for them. So the likes of Esther Passaris are failing to understand the reasons people are demonstrating. This is the biggest problem we have with the current members of parliament. They are failing to understand why people are protesting, why people feel it is so safe for them to go to the street to demonstrate week by week. Because it is just the other day, they were 25th of June, millions were in the street demonstrating, and tomorrow SABA, 2 weeks later, they are again going to demonstrate. So I think until the political class understand the reasons why people are protesting, then these protests are going to happen again and again and again. And I said it in my previous video. After tomorrow SABA, they will we will have another protest, because another issue will arise, because this political class, they don't want to address the police brutality issues. They don't want to address the accountability issues. They want to be doing things out of the constitution and feel like they should be doing it over and over again. But Kenyans are saying that we are a country run by rule of law, run by constitution. Unless you respect the constitution, then we will not stop calling you out. So the likes of Esther Passaris, I've seen a video of her telling Kenyans to avoid buying the Standard newspaper, the Daily Nation, because it is criminalizing the newspaper, the media. But the media is addressing what should be addressed. The media should not be there telling us that the government. So like right now, you're talking about the state spending 1.2 billion Kenyan shillings to build a church. Is this even something that we should be talking about right now? At a moment where we have a lot that is going on in this country. The schools are complaining, the head teachers are complaining, they are being underfunded. Look, are all our roads okay? Security, look at what is happening. The SHA is a menace. It's just a disaster. People are going to the hospital. The process is so complicated. They are being told that they must to get medications. I saw a story of a kidney patient who was asked to go back to his pocket for him to get medication. So you see, with all these problems, the state is thinking of building a church, a 8,000 capacity church at a cost of 1.2 billion Kenyan shilling. Misplaced priorities. And this is something that is taking Kenyans to the street. And this is something that the likes of Esther Passaris are not understanding. That this is the root cause. This is the problem that we have in this country. Address this process. Address this problem. Once you address these problems, then we are good. Then we are good as a country. All we want is you to address the police brutality. You address the abductions. You address the enforced disappearances. The accountability. The media cannot tell us that 2 billion is being stolen on a daily basis and expect people to be silent when people are struggling to get medication. Schools is there. Shule saizi. Everything is in a mess. So Kenyans cannot keep quiet when nothing is working. So Esther Passaris and the likes, I think you are getting this. You're failing to understand what is the root problem, or you understand very well the root problem this country is facing, but you are choosing to be ignorant. You are choosing to ignore and say that watafanya nini. I think this is the feelings that you people are bringing up. This is the feelings that you people want to put on people, that yes, we know this is the problem, but you are not going to address that problem. And this is the problem. This is the issue that we have. So tomorrow is not even the end of this protest. This one you can predict. Anybody can predict this, that tomorrow is not the end of all these protests. Because the political class have chosen to do their way. The political class are facing north, and the citizens of this country are facing south. So these are people who are just in a very different directions. And the citizens are right, but the political class don't want to correct themselves. So others are saying that they are in and they are ready to support the process to recall Esther Passaris. Remember that the process is like this. They will have to file a petition and the signatures to the IEBC, and once the IEBC verifies that indeed the signatures are okay, then the process starts there. So the people of Nairobi, kazi kwenu, because I'm seeing others from Nairobi are saying that they are ready for it. This is what Kenyans are saying. We have Jimmy Kings saying, sometimes women do silly things to just please men. Esther Passaris is a classic example. She is being used to fight Gen Zs by sponsoring a draconian bill that proposes shoot to kill orders if Gen Zs protest near a parliament. In 2027, Gen Zs will vote her out, and she will wonder why. Then we have 045 Kevin. It is imperative that the people of Nairobi recall Esther Passaris, not only because she is out of touch with the reality on the ground, but also that she is a disgrace to all women leadership and a blatant disregard for human rights as enshrined in the constitution to please Ruto. Cyprian Nyakundi is saying those that will be collecting signatures alert us. We popularize the movement to recall Esther Passaris. That is next week assignment. Hashtag bye bye Passaris. A politician Ali Nur says, I'm in full support of this move to recall Esther Passaris from her position as Nairobi County Women Representative. We should relieve her the parliamentary duties so that she can focus on her modeling career. And then KOT Sonko said, we start by recalling Esther Passaris. We need signatures in millions. If you are registered a voter in Nairobi, let's do this. Let me read it. The Olekap says, first, no doubt, Esther Passaris has dethroned Karen Nyamu, Umanga, and Gloria Oroba as the official government bimbo dimwit. Second, unfortunately, the window of recall closes in mid-August. Third, she is clearly not seeking an elective post in 2027. Let me read the last one. Professor TV says, tushike moja na tumfanya kwa lesson to the other MPs. Hashtag bye bye process. As you can see, the people are so mad with Esther Passaris just talking recklessly, making some reckless statements here and there. So they are saying that after tomorrow, SABA, the person we should focus on is Esther Passaris because they are so tired. This thing of having members of parliament trying to please the executive should be over by now. They are saying that we are not going to tolerate this. The only challenge is this, that we have a short period. So if the process of to recall Esther Passaris should start as soon as tomorrow, because to beat that timeline. So this is maybe this can be the only challenge to this matter, that the process, the window to recall a member of parliament closes mid next month. So they must do it as fast as possible. So for Esther Passaris, come on. You understand the problem that these Kenyans are facing. You understand the reasons why Kenyans are protesting. Work on those problems. Solve those problems. Selling fears and coming up with such controversial bills is not going to help out. It is not going to silence people, because people will rise and rise and rise again and again. Because until you satisfy their needs, people will always rise up and fight for what they believe is right for them. So that is it from me for now. Thanks for watching. This is Sophia Live.